I fully intend to make sure Ladothia doesn't get any sky thistle this session.
Oh.
Rude asshole.
Good luck.
The look.
That ain't gonna happen.
In a
sir.
South Moon Elf sanctuary.
I'm going to burn down the endless sky like I
think-
burned down that barn.
They've
Oh,
literally
they
got
were
a bag on their butt full of like.
They were all going to get high.
The whole town's getting high.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. As soon as you get there, you're gonna get to the town. We're gonna get to
Already
the
in the
building.
town.
Well, then you're already
a
high. Guess
city.
what?
It's a city.
It's a city, not a town.
This is
Beyond.
not
It's a
town.
little village.
Goblin House Studios.
Welcome to our actual play tabletop podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 24 of our actual play tabletop podcast. I'm Matt, and I play Shrimp Stomp.
I'm Jojo, and I play Nynx.
I'm Bianca, and I play Leilathia.
I'm Spook Jam, and I play Galliot Delaric.
Hey everyone, I'm Cody, and I play Thord and Stronghollow.
And I'm Adam. I am our game master. Well, when we left off, the party had an animated discussion in Martin's Inn, and then they came back to the city, and they stopped by the Temple of Umira to see if the paladin they had heard of that's seeking Shrimp Stomp was there. And he seemed to be, but he brushed the party off, but with a secret message to meet him at the nearby South Moon Sanctuary called the Endless Sky, which Leilathia has been to before, and the rest of the party hated. But say la
Shrimp
vie.
Stomp stayed with me.
Shutstone.
He didn't like it though. I remember everyone did not enjoy
Oh, Shrimp Stomp was being nice.
being
I
nice.
appreciate his niceness. Motherfuckers.
Listen, we like to be able to breathe. The air in there is so thick.
And, I mean, it's one of the most natural parts of air that you could get from this planet. Thank you.
Smoggy?
Guys, y'all are breathing in a plant that only grows in the footsteps of a goddess.
Disgusting.
Foot juice plants.
Well, we're friends with this guy, and look at all the things that grow off of him.
That's true.
Also disgusting.
Yeah, would you smoke that?
I have my own terrarium. Maybe if I could mix it with some sky thistle.
You're insane.
Well,
She's-
we're all
Space
friends
AIDS,
for some
dude.
reason.
She's smoke-addled.
That's the truth.
I'm excited to go. I'm glad that this is a stop on one of our many adventures together.
I'm glad you're excited.
Hostility.
I just want to go to the beach.
Well, the faster we get there and do what we need to do, the faster we can get to the beach. So how about that?
Exactly.
Let's go, guys. For fuck's sakes.
Stop being prince.
So, I assume that Shrimp Stomp and Leilathia are the front of the marching order. Yep.
And the rest are just, man, kicking little stones.
Grumbling like little children.
ink.
Aw, you guys made me ink.
The Endless Sky isn't far away, just a couple blocks. You probably wonder to
Skipping
yourself,
a-
this is a nice part of the city. Villas
Why
everywhere.
do they allow such debauchery?
Why is
Oh
this
my god.
hideous
Such
log building?
peacefulness and acceptance
Such
in such a
I doubt you want to search through the city's records to find out
No.
the origin of this building and who purchased the plot of land. But in any case, you smell it before you see it.
Such degeneracy.
it's just a haze.
Haze. Now, there is a column of smoke from the many cooking fires inside the establishment.
You're immediately stoned within a 10-foot radius.
Maybe.
It's true.
The door is wide open. A little bit of smoke comes out of it.
You smell that, guys?
Oh, God.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god.
It smells like money.
What?
Money.
Nynx is already high. It's a big wooden lodge, and the walls are covered in the tapestries with little hunting scenes and pictures of caravans, real stylized, sewn into the tapestries. The floors are covered in rugs and skins, and everyone sits right on the floor. The tables are very low, have little cooking fires, big round tables with cooking fires in the center. And so everyone's just hanging out on these rugs, and there's dogs in there. It's just haze, you can't even see the other side.
Pure chaos.
What? It's peacefulness as soon as you enter.
Of which Thornton, none of.
It's not very loud either. It's a little more subdued. Except you hear the
So much smoke you could get snuck up on in the same room.
if this were in a worse part of town, that's actually something to worry about.
And see, but the thing is, though, is that you leave all of that 10 feet before you even get to the building.
Well, there's a bard that you saw last time, Kanawe, this South Moon elf with long blonde hair braided into 2 braids, playing a sitar in the middle of the room near the largest cooking pit. And as you enter, another South Moon elf with brown hair and red eyes slowly approaches the group. Oh, welcome to the endless sky.
Yes, I'm excited to be here again.
I recognize you, sister.
It has been a minute, and I've seen many faces from the last time I was here. I can't say that I recognize you, but still glad to be here.
Oh no, it's me and Kanawe. I'm Benawe. This is our place.
Oh,
I was waiting for him to say his name is Chad.
No, my name is Benawe.
Oh, hello.
Jesus Christ.
this is my friend Shrimp Stomp.
My name's Shrimp Stomp.
I remember you too because it's rare to see one of your kind. But we welcome you around our fires.
I'm still not used to this. I'm a goblin.
You're literally breathing in the goddess.
Oh.
You can't get any more close to the divine.
The goddess of stench.
No.
I didn't mean that rudely.
Look.
It's like a turtle.
Slowly gestures to one of the biggest tapestries. And it shows an enormous blue woman, real stylized in blocky shapes. In a stitched tapestry, walking along, and several really small people at her feet, so she must be really big. Noshkali, the spring rain.
It's a nub situation on Nushkali.
Oh my god.
Well, it matters how Shrimp Stomp's going to react to this.
Okay, so in proportion to body, Umaira cannot be beaten.
Okay, that's I figured.
Noshkali is like 50 feet tall.
Damn.
So, volume, she would take the cake.
This is not a sexual podcast.
But in proportion, no.
Those are some very nice nubs for sure.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, why don't you have a seat?
Okay.
He sits right wherever he is.
Does it get lonely?
We're cooking a stag right now.
Whoa.
It's good.
Thornton's outside.
I bet you everybody.
Thornton doesn't even bother to go in.
I bet you everybody within the first 5 minutes of being here has worked up an appetite. So that sounds wonderful.
You just wait and absorb the vibe, and pretty soon your belly will be full, I promise.
Vibes are filling.
While
In a
they
way.
are sitting and absorbing the vibe, I was wondering if I could maybe take a look at some of the things that you have so I may restock for my adventures ahead.
Oh, sure. Come right this way.
Okay.
I sit next to Shrimp Stomp.
He takes you to the other side of it's all one giant room. He takes you over to the other side and opens up this chest, and inside it are all these smaller wooden boxes. And he opens them up and starts explaining the characteristics of each one.
Yes.
Apparently, like the different regions of South Moon where you get these from her footprints have different characteristics. Or time of the year. You would know all about it.
Oh, yes. I gather all of the ones that impress me the most, and I come back to the group practically tripping over them. So excited to show them all the things that I've collected and how crazy some of them smell.
Wow. You need to talk slower.
I'm sorry, I'm just so excited.
Okay, who all went into the building?
I did.
Everybody
Everyone
but
but
Thornton.
Thornton.
But
Yeah.
Thornton, he's watching the outside. Watching the interns.
Okay.
He doesn't want to
She's
get
sitting
a
there
contact
being
time.
her reverent self, just 'cause she doesn't know how to be anything else.
That's all she knows.
No matter what the deity is, she always.
I also let Moonshadow know that the ones that he has picked have been set aside, and whenever he would like his share, just let me know.
He has special ones that he likes.
Everybody has their preference.
I'll be sure to let you know, Lelatia. He curls up on one of the rugs and he lays his ears down.
So just to let you guys know, Thornton is outside. He's like watching everyone who's like coming and going, and he's got his pipe out and he's smoking some of his
Having
Dwarven.
something a little bit familiar.
dwarven black moss.
You see this first because you're outside. After a while, two men in kind of brown and gray cloaks start approaching the place with their hoods pulled up. And as they get close, they look down at you. They're both human.
Look up at them.
One is Cassius, wearing plain, just peasant garments, and the other is some man you haven't seen. And so they look very incognito right now in plain clothes. And they stop, and Cassius sees you there. Master Thornton, wasn't it?
Possibly.
Is the rest of your group inside? Shrimp Stomp in particular?
Aye, they are.
Thank you. He kind of steps into the doorway and looks around. And through the haze, you just see a man in a hood and a cloak. And you hear him turn to the man with him. Wait outside, please. The man nods and crosses his arms and just kind of stands outside the door. Not right next to you or anything, probably on the other side. But he's just watching the street.
He's standing so close to you, in fact, you can feel him shifting. His leg brushes your arm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have a moment.
You have a moment.
Some sensual 80s music starts playing.
Roll for seduction.
This man in a hooded cloak approaches you. And as he gets close, he pulls back the hood, and you see that it's Cassius. He's got the kind of graying hair, blue stormy eyes, chiseled jaw. And he's wearing just like the clothes of a random poor person on the street.
Drama Man's back to raise you up again. Attempt number 2.
Hello, Cassius.
Hello there, Shrimpstomp.
The air is thick in here.
Yes. I chose this location because there would be no eyes or ears to be a problem. Do you mind if we went to that corner there, just so we can have some more privacy?
Looks over at Leylathia. It's your realm.
There is a corner that kind of doesn't have anyone there.
I'd say if y'all need some privacy, that is.
He meant everybody.
Oh, all of us. Okay.
I didn't. But if you had been there, you'd see by the way he emoted, he meant everybody.
Okay.
Slowly get up and start wandering over that way.
Okay, at this point, you can't hear anything else that they're saying.
Moon Shadow, please listen in on parts that might need extra attention.
Leylathia, I listen to everything that happens around me.
You haven't told us smack nothing.
He can actually hear Thornton's conversation right now.
Oh, is there some golden nugget of information that you need?
In this moment, I cannot tell you that I could think of those questions, but for right now, if you could just keep an eye on that situation.
Oh, I will. He rolls his fox eyes.
We've secretly had the key to DM clues this entire time.
It's not my fault. You can't even remember your horse.
It's because she's high all the time, man.
Imagine if I wasn't.
South Moon Elves are based off of Mongolians who live on their horses and stuff. So
They sound like 80s white weed bros.
well, if you listed the characteristics, a lot of the Mongols, but added
Even added weed?
weed vibe, it would be deformed into that. So you gather up in the corner, and Cassius kind of awkwardly crouches down. You can tell he's not used to this kind of environment. First of all, Shrimpstomp, I'm sorry that you were cast out of the temple.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
The High Priestess has a very particular view of the goddess and how our faith should operate. I may not share it, but I am the protector of the temple, and I am subservient to her.
Seems pretty simple to me. You're just supposed to love everybody and do stuff that makes people happy.
I agree with you in that interpretation of simplicity. I'm a straightforward man. But what we're discussing actually has a great deal to do with why I wish to speak with you.
Okay.
I'm glad word of it came to you. I had no way to contact you. Something we should remedy in the future. In a few weeks, the High Priest, who has been abroad, will return to Romulus. He would have the power to overrule Akina's decision.
Oh, okay.
The High Priest's name is Magnotti.
Magnotti.
He's been traveling Ironar, searching for something called the Perfect Star. It came to Akina in a vision and seems quite profound. It's something that we must acquire for the good of the goddess. So he's been questioning temples all over the north.
Okay. She didn't say anything about a perfect star when I saw her.
I highly doubt she would discuss important matters of the faith with a goblin.
No, I meant Myra.
Of course. You met her.
Yeah.
I cannot know why the goddess does what she does or says what she says.
Oh, okay. Me either.
Nonetheless, it was found in one of Akina's visions, so we considered it important and worth researching. Although it will be quite unpopular at the temple, I am willing to organize an introduction to the High Priest for you.
Okay.
He looks at your group and thinks for a moment. He looks at Leilathia for a short while. Looks like he's struggling to try to find a way to word something. The High Priest appreciates beauty, and he would probably be more inclined to listen to you if a beautiful woman was present. He is eccentric.
Whoa. Yeah, pretty women are pretty, yes. They definitely are nice to look at.
He believes that beauty is one of the core, that it's very important to admire. That is his belief, and so it is.
Do you hear that? We gotta make you pretty.
We gotta make you pretty.
Gotta make me pretty.
No, it is the feminine form that Magnati is.
I don't
Quite
have
obsessed
curves.
Nope, you got riblets.
Riblets.
But more importantly, we need some way to contact each other.
Yes, that would be good.
Do you have some location that I can send messages to?
We do go see Martin a lot.
He noticed Leilathia pointing at
He's like,
this
here,
place.
here.
This would perhaps be better. I can leave messages with the innkeeper here, and you can leave them with him, and I will check periodically.
Bro, this is an inn?
Apparently they sleep on the floor.
Oh.
I spend little time here. It is just
That's weird,
convenient.
dude.
We've slept under a bridge.
That's fair.
South Bunel's just this lay on the grass.
Enjoy the outdoors.
A lot less bugs on this floor than there was in them beds.
I prefer rock.
You mean snacks?
Those, you'll make a snack out of you. Actually, no, you're too stinky.
Cassius kind of... Is there anything you would ask of me, Shrimpstalk?
Well, I mean, you helping me to get another audience is super helpful because that's my mission. Is to let everybody know what Umara wants. But it would be really nice to be able to see Umara again. Is there any way to know where she is?
I'm afraid not. The gods have their own business. They go where they go. We cannot summon them. If you did see her, that is quite a blessing that you should always hold on to. I'm afraid there's only one deity that you can reliably find, but you would not want to.
Yeah, there's one in the caves that I don't like, but I always know where he is. I avoid him.
Ah, you refer to... Yes. Yes, that one as well.
That one's a bad one.
Yeah, super bad. Gross.
As is the other.
But, no, it's hard to think in here, so I don't know if I need anything from you.
The innkeeper here is, Benawe. You can leave messages with him. Due to the nature of this place, I believe our communication would be secure, and there is no way Akina would hear of it.
Okay, so we'll come back here and leave messages and pick up messages.
I've been told it could be 2 to 3 weeks that he arrives back in Mamos, depending on circumstances, of course, weather, traveling conditions.
Okay.
Now, if that will be all, that is my message.
Thank you. And hopefully we'll see each other again soon.
Perhaps so. Be safe.
Bye.
He stands up and tries to look dignified in this place, and walks out.
He's getting a contact high.
Nynx falls behind.
He's gonna have to go have a nice bath to get all this off of him.
Nynx
That's
follows,
how
pulls
this guy
on
feels.
his leg of his, and says, "Thank you for risking it all to bring that to him."
It is my duty, as I see it, to Umara.
And she hands him a trinket.
He reaches. way down.
And she tiptoes as far as she can, so it doesn't have to go.
Another
Thank you,
range.
young man.
Looks down his shirt again. Mumbles to my sloth. Why do they keep calling me man?
God, weird.
Oh, it's
Like-
finally been, the question's finally been asked. You ask it to the people around you.
No, I just,
just
kind
to
of
yourself.
To
Okay.
the sloth.
to the sloth.
Okay.
Ask him to do his own beard.
Meanwhile, outside, Thornton's just like looking at this other guy. It's like, so, come here often.
No, I do not.
I can see why.
As can I.
It's a filthy place.
My God, blush check.
He reaches down and pats your bottom.
Smash his head with my hammer.
No one is watching.
Stranger danger.
Let us see.
No one. Don't touch him.
No one is watching. That's the important point.
Well, I mean, quite a few people are watching, but I think they're too out of it
To remember.
to remember.
Certainly that. But no one from the temple would be found here, thus making it a smart choice. Cassius walks out of the building in a cloud of smoke that he does not like. Puts his hood back,
Catching some of the smoke in his hood as he
probably
leaves.
trapping it in his hair. Good day, Master Thornton.
Oh, good day, Master, whoever you are.
The man with him says he is Cassius, the High Paladin of the Sowing Temple.
It sure is fine.
Whatever you say.
The two men say no more, and they walk off around the corner.
Meeks follows him out and tells Thornton, "Hey, I'm Mr. Thornton. If anybody is looking for me, I'm going over here to the gym shop."
To your rock story, yes, I understand.
Okay, you go over to the gym shop.
Yeah.
Okay. You go in, big glass counter. Everything is nice and tiled with expensive mosaics. And there's a solemnity man with a turban and a big blue cloak behind the counter, looking at something with a tiny little eyeglass. And he looks up and sees you.
Kind sir, I have something of value, and I need to have it appraised.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Let us see it.
And it was a family. And I'm not going to give names. I'm being as vague as possible. And I'm going to say, and it was a family heirloom.
Fair enough.
So I go up to the counter, and I look around, and I just find like stools, and I stack them on top.
You get way up there.
And I hand him the
Oh, I
ring.
see. He gets his little spyglass again and starts examining it really close. That was so long ago, I have to see how much those gems were worth. So he looks at it for a while. He gets a tiny instrument with a tip so fine it's like a needle, and kind of starts picking at it because it had some, it was caked in dirt. And he keeps going, And of course, the center part is where that pearl was.
Mm-hmm.
You took off for the spell. But he's looking at these 6 small red gems. These are somewhat valuable, young master.
Again, I looked at my shirt.
He started doing it again.
It's a pity that it must have been a pearl is missing, but
Yes. We needed the pearl for something. And I was wondering how much that's worth, and if you had any pearls.
I do have pearls for sale, yeah.
How many would that buy?
The entire ring. It would buy you 2.
Can I have them? Can I purchase them?
Let me look at the ring a little further and do a small test.
Alrighty.
This will take a little bit of time. He pours some fluid out of a bottle, a flask.
And I go, while you do that, I'm gonna go outside and talk to my friend. I will be right back to to get further.
On my honor, I will be here working on this, young master.
Alright. So I run out and I talk to Thornton. Hey, Mr. Thornton?
Hey, what is it?
You know that ring that I got?
Hey.
I took it in there, and I can possibly buy 2 of the pearls that we need with that one ring.
Well, that's good news.
Would you possibly come in with me so that we make sure that we're not gonna get robbed?
I see. I see where you're going with this. I am.
Alrighty.
So I'll accompany her
Nynx
back
only
in.
looks dumb.
I'll accompany her. Accompany the young lad.
Okay.
So-
If you follow the young lad, what are you in the endless sky doing? Are you unconscious?
You're just conked
I'm
out,
just-
dude.
My head, Shrimpsoft's head's definitely swimming.
You have some stag in front of you now. Well cooked. It smells good.
Definitely be diving into that as well. But his brain is not working.
I think Galliot took his to go eat outside for a bit. He does. I wasn't expecting to feel like he was on a ship from some air.
There's a nice little area not far, a small courtyard with some planted trees and benches and little fountains. So you can have this nice little out of the way spot. To
He's just
Meanwhile-
gonna go take a break.
I imagine Lathia is just like going through her like various packs of.
He's like,
Completely unaffected.
I am eating, enjoying myself,
He's
listening
finally
to the
focused,
music.
not out of
You
it.
can catch up with other South Moon elves. They can,
That as well, conversating with other passer-throughers.
pass her through.
And just enjoying this peaceful moment before we head out.
Very good.
Before we get to the beach episode.
Okay, Thoradin, you followed the young lad into the gem shop. And you see there's a Solemnity man is dipping the ring in some kind of solution and examining it with his little jeweler's glass. And he looks up to see you enter with Nynx, and sir, he nods respectively and then goes back to looking at it.
No, just like kind of give him a nod. I'm not going to interrupt his work.
So after a while, he finishes whatever process he is doing. Absolutely, young master. I believe that is a deal we could make.
And are these pearls of high quality or low quality?
Let us discuss that. Thoradin, I'm need to make you I'm gonna need to make you a roll.
Woo!
17 if you need it. It'll be in a moment. He gets out this tray with a piece of velvet on it, and on it several pearls. And the tray has these little slots, so the pearls are kind of set in these little grooves on the velvet.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes off to the side, and there's a lower counter that for him is much closer to the ground. And he sits on a little stool and places them out. And he starts describing to you the qualities of them. Some are of lower quality. And as he shows you the nicer ones, he said, these which are most appropriate for jewelry and nice things, they're worth about 100 gold apiece. And so this ring would net 2 of them, is what he tells you. Thornton, go ahead and roll a, see what would be appropriate.
And how much is the ring worth?
too.
He's not outright saying.
He's being sus.
I guess insight?
See, and that's why Nynx.
I think insight.
That's why Nynx went and got.
Or do you have a crafting skill? No, let's do insight.
That's a big fat 11.
Well, it's not a 1.
I have a plus 6 to my insight.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. There's not a crafting check in.
They would probably fall under performance.
I could kind of see that, except for the charisma aspect. But anyway, you can leave all that out.
Nah, make him do an acrobatics check.
A sleight of hand check.
You can just as a dwarf, being involved in the crafting of things, jewels are put into weapons sometimes. You've definitely got some knowledge, even if it's not your specific thing. You can see the values in the difference in value of the pearls, and that seems legit to you. But maybe that he's just saying the straight trade for 2 for the ring. You know, it's not very specific. He's not saying how much the ring is worth. You know, no other information. And he assumed she was wanting the most expensive ones from the get-go. You don't necessarily detect any deception, but
You know the quality needed for the spell.
you would know that, and that would be the highest value. Those that are 100.
That's why I said we needed the high.
Well, I mean, the last pearl we used was caked in mud.
What you might think, your first thought is, well, if we put a pearl back into this, it would sell for much more than just 2 pearls. So, you know, you could do the math and wonder if you could get more money by repairing it. But then he may want to do that himself, so he would just rather have the ring for the 2 pearls and heat him with 3 or 4 in the end. So your dwarven math is
That's why I brought you in.
Oh, I thought you were bringing me in for muscle.
Yeah, that's what I thought too at
No.
first.
No, I was.
I need
bringing
you to beat up this shopkeeper so I
No,
can
I was
keep
bringing
the
We're
you
gonna
ring.
in.
rob this guy.
No.
I just need some backup.
One was for muscle, and 2 because he knew crafting.
So if we could just straight up buy one of these fancy pearls, and then repair the ring, sell it for much more.
You'd have to pay him to repair it,
Yeah,
and then for him to buy it afterwards, he's going to make sure that he doesn't lose too much in the process.
Get
So-
someone else to buy it.
Because he could just get rid of these pearls, fix it himself, and then have an item of great value.
and we could just sell him the 2 rubies and keep the gold part of the ring, or the 5 stones.
And you could ask him how much it's just the rubies are worth.
And then he can't repair the ring himself. He has to create something new.
He'd just have to start over with all new stones.
So I kind of explain that to Nynx and give us a moment.
Of course. He goes back to looking at it.
And explain that to Nynx.
And I'd say, okay, Mr. Thornton, wait, that's why I brought you in, was so that you could help me decide the best, because we need 5, right? 5.
And you need,
Bare minimum, we need 4 more.
yeah, for those who have a collar piece in their possession, you need 4, because you've already successfully done 1
Mm-hmm.
for Gallia.
It's like, all right, look. We can do this, get these 2, potentially find another one down by the beach. I'm personally doubtful on that front. However, I can make a few things. We could settle them, come back and buy this, or we can wait, potentially find a pearl, get it put into this, sell it back to him for more. I will leave that up to you,
Okay, we'll take it.
since it's, your ring.
We'll take it.
You'd imagine he's listening to this because he is a
like
keen.
kind of like pull her to the
Are we?
side.
Way
Did we
aside.
leave the?
Like into a corner.
Okay.
You're just behind a
that's
different display.
He's a master haggler that is probably looking for any angle.
But then the only problem is then that would be one of the pearls we could have used.
I personally think we should go ahead and take this deal. Get these two. You guys can find whatever it is we're going to be looking for at the beach.
Okay.
I can make some items, and we can sell them
And we can
and
get
get more. Come back and get
Good.
more.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so you want to sell the ring
Yes.
to get 2 pearls.
Yes. Not that I really want to sell the ring, but we do need.
Okay, so you approach the counter again,
Yes.
young master.
Mr. Jim Guy, we will sell you the ring for 2 of your high quality pearls.
A wonderful decision. Quite a deal, in fact.
And-
Go ahead.
And may Earth Mother shine her grace down on you for doing this for us.
Oh, and to you as well, young master. He puts 2 in this nice, fancy-looking leather bag and hands it down to you on a string. It is a pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you. And she, normal Nynx, she gives him a little extra, I guess you could say a tip. She gives him a trinket.
Is it an organic trinket or a stone?
It was more of a stone.
Okay. He takes that with his bare hand and starts examining it.
Because, we're in a rock shop, so she would have,
The
one
appropriate.
of her most precious stones that she's, found and taken care of and done whatever with, and so...
Nice. He takes it and begins to scrutinize it, perhaps admire it. Thank you, young master. Pleasure doing business with you. He looks quite happy with his side of the purchase.
Yes. And thank you very much for your time.
Any time, young master. He starts putting the tools away.
And I put the pearls down in my little pack and I put all the stills back where I found them.
Oh, that's kind of you.
And then I leave the shop. And I go back into where everybody else is.
All right, you've got 2 more pearls.
Hell yeah.
They don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but
Put them in your inventory.
That's an out of character.
Is that 2 pearls I smell?
How can you smell anything?
All right, do you gather up your high companions in the
I
sky?
smell
Yes.
kidneys.
Shrimp stumbles out of there with half of his food just hanging out of his mouth. He's got a
Ugh.
piece of a leg just... he's bit down on it, but it's just hanging out.
Okay.
He's stumbling out.
Well, Benawe bids you happy trails.
Thank you.
May
thank
the
you.
spring rains bless you.
They shall. They shall.
All right, y'all kind of gather up, and next episode you'll begin the beach episodes.
Woohoo!
Yay!
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, follow, mail us happy letters, comment, all the good things that we need. And we'll see you next time.
You can follow us on Twitter at Goblin House ST.
You can follow us on Facebook at Goblin House Studios.
And you can also follow us on TikTok and Snapchat at Goblin House Studios.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.